This reflection is about joy. Not the kind we chase at the end of a long day, but the kind we forget we can carry with us. I've been paying attention lately, not just to how I feel, but to how I show up. My face, my posture, my presence, and at times, they tell a story of weight, of strain. Like joy is something I'm not allowed to feel. That's a problem. So this is me working through that. Not just how to recognize joy when it appears, but how to bring it, to make it a value, a way of being. This isn't about pretending things are easy. It's about choosing to show up fully and letting joy have a place at the table. So I've been reflecting about joy. Not the fleeting kind that visits once the work is done, or the kind that arrives as a surprise, but joy as a principle, as a value, as a character trait that I embody. Not just when it's easy, but when it's inconvenient. Not as a result, but as a way of being. And here's the hard truth I've had to face: my body, my posture, my energy, my vibe. I don't always reflect it. I can feel it in rooms. I've caught my face in the mirror and thought, is this really how I want to show up in the world? There's a projection I give off sometimes, a closedness, a seriousness, a weight. And the tragedy is it's not always accurate. It's not always intentional. It's not always how I feel. But if it's what others see and what others feel, then it matters, because presence matters. And so I'm asking, how can I live in a way that's not ashamed of joy? How do I carry it? Not just when I feel good, but when things are murky, uncomfortable, unknown. The tendency is to make joy conditional, a prize for finishing the to-do list, for getting through the season, for pushing through. But when I live like that, joy becomes scarce. It becomes something I deserve later, never something I embody now. It's a result and not part of the process. It creates distance from others, from myself, from the life I'm in the middle of. So what if joy is something I bring with me into every conversation, every errand, every commitment I'd otherwise dread? Before I call something unbearable, I need to get into the practice of asking myself, how can I bring more joy to this endeavor? Sometimes we wait for life to bring us something light, but maybe we can provide that ourselves. And maybe that light looks like an intentional smile, or soft eyes, or the way I lean in instead of crossing my arms. That's a shift both physically and emotionally. It's a reminder that I'm here. It's not about manufacturing joy. It's about recognizing it as part of my character, part of my identity. And when I start there, when I lead with joy instead of reserving it, I find I'm more aligned with who I want to be, with how I want others to feel when they're around me. I'm not trying to romanticize life. It's hard, but life is also fast, fragile, and finite. So I remind myself daily, have joy, find joy, bring joy. Not later, but now. And if I can't feel it, then at least I can offer it. Even in how I carry my face, my vibe, how I manage myself in a space. That's how I choose to be seen. Because maybe the greatest tragedy isn't just losing joy, it's forgetting that I had the power to carry it along the whole time.